You asked for it and now it's here. In our previous video, we modified the LEGO Star Wars Stormtrooper and LEGO Ninjago Zane's mech, and it was definitely one that you all truly enjoyed. Even in the comment section, people were asking me to attempt the other two remaining LEGO Star Wars mechs. And even though these videos take quite some time to prep, I knew I had to do it. I started thinking that in order for us to achieve the best looking LEGO Star Wars Boba Fett Mech modification video, we needed help with a few LEGO sets that you might have seen in the past to make this video possible. But before we get started with today's video, guys, if you're new to the channel, welcome. If you guys do enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed, and tap that notification bell to be notified when I do drop a new video. Let's get started. And for those of you who are special critics to LEGO modification videos, just note that this video is just for fun purposes only. You have the choice to do this, you have the choice not to do this. This is just for something fun, something different, and to enhance the current LEGO Star Wars Boba Fett mech that is on the market right now. But with all of that out the way, let's get started. Starting off with the number one reason why we're doing this video is because of LEGO Star Wars set number 75369 Boba Fett's mech. And this one by far takes the cake out of the three current LEGO Star Wars mechs that are on the market at the moment because of the great looking Boba Fett minifigure that is inside, which has some leg printing and arm printing, making this minifigure look top of the line. But of course, it's still missing the cape.
No capes!
And to make this video that much better, we're also going to be utilizing the LEGO Star Wars set number 75533 Boba Fett's buildable figure, which this also looks incredible in my opinion. I am not a huge fan of buildable figures, but I feel like this and the Death Trooper just look fantastic. But if you do want to get something like this, it can run you anywhere between $90 to $120, depending on where you buy it, if you do want it sealed. But in our case, we're just going to be pulling some parts from it, so buying a used one wasn't a big deal in my opinion. And for the meat of this entire video, we're going to be utilizing LEGO Ninjago set number 71794 Lloyd and Arin's Ninja Team Mechs. And as soon as I saw this mech, I knew that this was going to be the one for our LEGO Star Wars Boba Fett mech video. We're going to be color swapping some stuff on here. Again, just making it quite simple, so you guys don't really have to do a whole heck of a lot. But by combining these two themes, we can definitely achieve the highest level of a fun looking Boba Fett mech. So let's get to building. Here's the completed LEGO Star Wars Boba Fett mech. Does look pretty cool, I do like it. And out of the two so far that we've built, this one being the more unique one, I just love how the colors pop on this one. I also like the really cool jetpack that you got a chance to build in this set. And of course, that Boba Fett minifigure just looks so good and really holds this set at a nice price tag. If you're wanting to pick this up, I would advise Amazon, as you can get it for a few dollars cheaper. I'm sure with maybe some Black Friday deals, you can find it for a little bit lower. With all that out the way, let's get started on building our other mech that we're going to combine with this one. So here is the completed look with both mechs attached. This is actually how Ninjago has you utilize both these mechs to pretty much make one big mech. Now with this one, it had a lot of fun builds, really cool building techniques, and I did not put on the stickers as I figured we're probably going to want to swap some of these parts out, so there was no reason to actually waste the sticker sheets. It looks really unique and I actually enjoyed this build. It was something different. And of course now what we're going to be doing is breaking it section by section and swapping some parts out, making it unique and making it look more like Boba Fett. So let's get started. So I just wanted to jump in here real quick and kind of show you guys my workspace when I'm doing things like this. I know it looks like really messy, and don't get me wrong, like my OCD is just going crazy right now, but typically this is how it looks when I'm really trying to customize something or modify a set. Pretty much have it all out in front of you, and this is pretty much what I've done. And yeah, I have like a organized mess, but I just wanted to show that because I just thought that was funny. I'm hoping to develop a better strategy in the future, but for now, like, this honestly works for me. Now that we've built this mech, it is time to start breaking it down, starting with the foot area, which looks really good in its entirety. LEGO did a fantastic job with this one. So I kind of want to keep some of the same elements, obviously color swapping some things, not making it too difficult, but also just making it look a little bit more organic and fun. Also, we got to keep in mind that this is a mech, so we also want to do a couple different creative things with it, actually throughout the entire modification process. So starting with the LEGO Star Wars Boba Fett Mech, we're going to maybe swap some of these colors. You know, we have some of these browns that do look pretty good, but if you look at Boba Fett, it's not brown at the bottom. There's a lot of dark grays and grays, so that's what we're going to be doing here. So now let's go ahead and show you what we came up with. Alright, so here is kind of like the change up that I made. Again, just trying to keep with some of the colors from actual Boba Fett. Now you can see I kind of changed up the front area here, and if we look at our other model, you can kind of see like some of the differences. I tried to make it more like mech-like, which is pretty fun. I mean, in my opinion, I really do like this concept, just changing around, making it a little bit darker. And you can see by like the front, with this one, we kind of use like those handlebar looking pieces, and in mine, I kind of swapped some things around to actually get more of like this like bigger flip-flop looking thing. To me, I think it looks pretty good, and again, like some of the colors that we just changed around with it from like the actual original one, and ours looks a little bit more beefed up too. I just wanted to do something different than our last mech video, just because, you know, with these mech videos, you do want to have a little bit of everything and trying to make it a little bit more fun. But I did keep some of those browns in here as well. Now it is time to move on to the legs. LEGO did a fantastic job with these legs, keeping it on color with the actual mech that's presented. But in our case, we're going to be color swapping some more stuff to make it look more like a Boba Fett mech. And again, just looking at Boba Fett as the reference, you can notice that on his knees, he has like more like shin guards, where it has, or I should say knee guards, where it's yellow. So you want to really swap those around. I'm going to be using some parts that I have in my bulk and just switching some of these things up for colors that just make more sense with Boba Fett. Then that's going to lead us up into like the hip area. We do want to keep this like hook thing on here just because that's where the mechs actually slide in. So in this case, there's actually two mechs that go alongside this, which we're going to be using the original set. So hopefully that checks the box for you guys. All right, here is what we did. So this is the actual set right here, and here are some of our revisions for the modified video. So you can see that we added in those yellow knee guards for the Boba Fett mech. We also switched around a couple things here up top, just because I do want to keep some of the green up here, even though like Boba Fett doesn't truly have that. But again, with a mech video, I want to keep it kind of fun and having some color in there, minus just the light bluish gray. So I'm going to leave these up here, but we did swap some things around on here and keeping it again to the true Boba Fett colors, which looks really neat in my opinion. I might change some things around right here on this side, but overall, I mean, you can see the difference here. It's like a little bit more simplified in my opinion. I didn't really care for these huge discs and stuff like that, like these pieces, so I wanted to make it look a little bit more smooth, and I think overall that's going to play a big role on the outcome of our Boba Fett modification mech. So let's show you guys the next piece. Pretty much with our hips, I'm just going to keep this the way it looks. I feel like it's totally fine. I might swap some of these colors out to keep it more of like a green or light bluish gray tone. But overall, I feel like this just does the job. This is more so an area where we just clip our stuff into. Yeah, so I don't really feel like we're going to be doing much more with this one. Next up, we have our arms, and I feel like with our arms, we're going to be doing a lot more than just right here that LEGO gave us in this set. I do really like it. I do like these textured pieces, but again, for Boba Fett, we're going to have to swap some things around because if you guys can see, Boba Fett doesn't have green things on his arm or like these green plates. He has more of these dark red colors, so I'm going to be swapping some of this stuff around and really keeping it quite fun in regards to his actual armor and his weapons and stuff like that. And then moving up to the arms, we're also going to need to do some more stuff up here, just because we have a light bluish gray. I do have something planned for like his shoulder armor pieces that we're going to be incorporating inside of this mech, so it's going to be cool. So far we haven't really needed to touch our other mech in regards to like getting some ideas with this stuff like that, but I feel like this is going to be good. We're going to go ahead and start to swap some stuff on here, and I'll show you guys what I got. Oh my gosh, guys, you should check this out. So again, this is our actual Lego arm that came in with this set, and here is the modified arm that I created, which I really do like, and a lot of these ideas are just like flung right off my head, and I think it looks pretty good. Again, keeping with that light bluish gray tones that Boba Fett has. We're gonna have other things that kind of cover it up that you saw in the set, that's gonna bring those like the bright yellows or oranges or whatever it's called, having that over the actual arms and shoulders. So we're going to see that in a little bit, but I just wanted to show you guys this piece that I made for his arm weapon, you know, where you can see him like shooting stuff or blowing fire out. But that's what we created right here, which I do really like. I feel like it's pretty smooth. There's probably a few other techniques I could have done to make it a little bit more, I don't know, fluid or more round or more fun, but in my mind, I really think, like, if you look at the two, this really does scream Boba Fett. I did want to, however, put something up here, but I think it's totally fine because we got the fingers down below, and then we also have, like, the projection thing that I was just talking about. But overall, I feel like it looks pretty smooth, in my opinion, and having two of these on it, I mean, it is a little bit heavy, so we're going to have to figure out how we're going to do that to weigh it down. There was a couple things that I was doing, but, or I should say, there was a few things that I was doing with the arms that wasn't allowing it to like move and stuff, so I had to like remodify it, but that's okay. Again, I really do like how this turned out, so let's see what's next. Alright, so moving on to our next section here, which is like this upper arm area as well as the head for this mech. Now you can see on the left hand side, this is actually how the mech comes, minus these like tassel things that I had to take off because it was just rattling too much. But this is pretty much how the original set looks. It has some pretty cool techniques that was used. And in our case, what we're going to be doing is, again, color swapping some of the things that we're actually going to be using for our set. Now, disregard the middle part for a second and the head. Again, those things are going to be swapped. But for now, this is what we're looking at. And this is the area where I'm actually going to put one of the shoulder pieces or his armor that has his emblem on here. That's what's really going to like seal the deal for us in regards to trying to keep some sort of symbol for Boba Fett, which I feel is so iconic to have. And then I also added in like this sword piece, which again, I feel like it gives it more of that mech-like look rather than this piece alone, just because this is gold and this keeps with like that bright yellow-orange look. But overall, I think for now, what we're going to be doing is finishing up this mech. I'm going to finish the other side. I'm also going to change this around. Now what we're going to be doing is color swapping the inside and the top. So let's go ahead and show you guys what the final product looks like. Alright guys, so that is the video. Let me know in the comment section down below how you enjoyed this mech in particular. Now I guess the last one we have left is Darth Vader. Let me know if you guys want to see that video down below. I would love to hear. But with that all being said, if you guys did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Tap that notification bell to be notified when I do drop a new video. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.